What's good, guys? So, did anybody else know there was a Klan rally last night? Because I seem to have missed it. I came on Twitter today and I saw images and videos and stuff from some kind of demon activity going on in the wee hours of the night, and I wasn't sure what the hell this was about, but I thought to myself, like, it's probably like some type of typical white supremacist activity that's going on, but apparently this is like some kind of rehearsed thing because it's still going on in the morning, and I've seen a couple images of all these people. I really shouldn't call them people because people have human DNA. All these not fully human, all these subhuman people out here with protesting and raging against something. I have no clue what these people are protesting against. You know what I'm saying? Because usually when black people have protests and marches, it's because they're usually begging people not to kill them. And, I don't know what these possible Neanderthals could be protesting against. So that's what I'm looking into right now. I'm trying to figure out what exactly it is that was happening and why it's happening. Not why they would do that, because we already know why they would be doing this kind of activity, because they're delusional and obviously they think something's going on. Someone's doing something to them, even though they're the ones that have the most power in the country, and they can basically do whatever they want. As you see, they're out here as a fucking mob right now, and nobody's kicking their heads in like the police would be doing to black people. So whatever they're doing, whatever this is for, is obviously pointless and ridiculous. But we'll get into it anyway and see what exactly this is about. Because as of right now, I'm not really completely sure what the hell's going on. Okay, so I clicked on the Charlottesville hashtag, which is trending #1 right now as I'm making this video. And Farrah Alexander says the same people who say, get over it, Hillary lost, are defending a monument from a war. So this is about a monument from a war lost 100+ years ago, because they don't have anything to do. You know what I'm saying? They don't have any real oppression going on. Because they're busy oppressing people. Nobody's really doing anything to them. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna come out here and try to march over a statue of, which I'm sure is probably a white supremacist. They're probably another white supremacist statue, and they want to keep it up. So they're out here marching, and the only people that can take it down are other white people. So I don't know who they're marching against, as they're the same people who can take it down, and they're the same people who put it up to begin with. So what the hell is this delusional activity that's going on right now? You know what I'm saying? I have no clue what this is really about. Because that's that. Let's continue reading and see what's going on. They bring torches to push hate. We bring registration. Really, lady, you're gonna make this about some type of voting thing or try to advance yourself? This is just demon culture. She's a part of demon culture. That's why she's doing that. Because I don't understand how you can see. Not even. I don't even want to much read tweets that don't have the term white supremacist in there, because that's what this is right now. We have a bunch of white supremacists out here who are marching. Is that all of them? Wow, look at this. And they have shields and shit. What are they shielding for themselves from? The fucking sun? Because that's what they should be shielding themselves from, the sun. And that's what they probably should be protesting against too, because that's the main thing that's killing them. Huffington Post said, if this were Ferguson, riot gear, tear gas, everything would have been used. Yes, that's obvious, and we talk about this all the time. So I don't know why people keep feeling the need to reiterate this, as it's very obvious that when when there's a gathering of black people, even that the police come out here and they act very violently and stuff like that, because that's in their nature, that's in their genes, that's in their DNA. Just like these people who are protesting, I say that with quotation marks, just like these people who are protesting right now, they have the same genes and the same DNA as these violent police. They're the same people. They're in the it's the I'm sure there's a couple police officers in here right now. You know what I'm saying? Some off-duty police officers that are in here. I don't know why we have to act like these are separate groups of people. These are the same groups of people. Neanderthal, demon gened people who were violent before, are violent now, and will continue to be violent until they go extinct, which might be pretty soon because they have a low birth rate. Their sperm count is going down. So I don't know why they aren't marching against about those things. You know what I'm saying? You're literally going extinct. Let me tell you guys something. The Caucasoid race is on its deathbed, okay? The Caucasoid race is on its deathbed. If you guys would look into it, you would see that the more these people are dying than are being born. Their sperm count is going down, their women's mortality rate is going up, but they're out here protesting for a statue. You know what I'm saying? Instead of protesting against the sun, instead of protesting against their defective genes, they're out here protesting against for a statue to stay up of another white supremacist on figure. Okay, typical. This is demon culture. Understand? This is demon culture. This has always been demon culture before most of us even existed. They're just doing what they've always done. You know what I'm saying? Just like a fucking grizzly bear is gonna do. A grizzly bear is not gonna stand up and walk into a bank and start trying to file checks one day. You know what I'm saying? Grizzly bears have been doing the same thing that they've been doing since they existed. So it's the same thing with the non-human, the subhuman, Neanderthal, demon creature. This is what they're gonna do. They're gonna protest and march against absolutely nothing, and then try to demonize and vilify the people who protest against their victimization. They're victimizing people, then they're vilifying those people for even attempting to address them in any way, while they're out here trying to protest against absolutely nothing whatsoever. It's like, who are you protesting against? Nobody's gonna take down the statue besides other white people, so what the hell is this? You know what I mean? This is just ridiculous. Let me continue to read into this. If these protesters were black, the jails in Charlottesville would be full and there would be casualties. Yeah, the cemetery would be full too, I'm sure. Your silence, this person's talking to the real Donald Trump. Your silence normalizes Nazis. It also makes you one. Thank you. That is Trump's clan. Yes, okay. This is what I agree with. But I don't know why he's just becoming a Nazi now, because Trump was a Nazi long before he ran. Um, Police are clashing with and spraying mace at the counter protesters. Wow, of course, because the police, it's like that's like the same group. The police are the damn freaking protesters. Okay, the police are the protesters. It's the same people. So of course they're gonna be mad at the counter protesters. I'm sure these original protesters were probably being violent, attacking people, and the police officers came here to attack anybody that even addresses them because they're the same group of people. It's obvious. You know what I'm saying? Let me watch the video because let me see what's happening in here.
This country, it's pointed and targeted right at immigrants and right at diversity, and that's the type of platform that Breitbart is, and that's the type of rhetoric, coded or not, that you've seen from Donald Trump, from the policies that they try to advance. The America First is really code for white first.
Yeah, and it was
Exactly. Why do nationalists hold the Confederate flag so dearly? Confederates were literally loser, traitors, and racists. I can agree with that. Where is the tweet from the President of the United States condemning the racist disaster? Well, if it wasn't for these same people, the president wouldn't be the president, as you demons are the ones who voted for him. So why would he go against the people that he needs to win re-election? You guys, when Trump was over here up in the polls and people were saying, because it's a white supremacist country and there's a bunch of white supremacists, you guys were playing this game like you didn't know what people were talking about, like you guys always do. You know what I'm saying? And now they're out here, out in full force, showing you who they are, and people are like, oh my God, I had no idea. I am sickened by the lack of police presence at the Charlottesville rally. Oh, the police are there. They're just not in their police uniforms. The hate and bigotry on display in Charlottesville is dangerous and cowardly, and this is all pretty much the same. I want to see some more videos, to be honest. Let's see what's popping off here. Wow, look. Oh, wow. But look how violent these fucking people are, man. And I don't even mean to say people, because there's not to be a person you need to have human DNA, complete human DNA, and these people do not have that. We already know that scientists already said that they have Neanderthal genes, they have rhesus monkey DNA, so. And the Neanderthal, if you look into it, was a very violent creature. So these people can't really help that. You know what I'm saying? But what really annoys me is the fact that they do this all the time. They have these extremely violent rallies and protests and stuff like that. But black people entertain them when they try to come and talk to us about how violent black people who are asking for their lives are. You know what I'm saying? Black people who are begging for their lives are so violent, you know what I mean? But then you just watch any group of these people get together and then it's just demoncy. It's just complete. They get into what I call the demonic zone when too many of them get together and they're just practicing open deviltry in front of everybody. And black people actually entertain them when they try to tell us that we're violent for asking them to not kill us in the first place. How ridiculous that is that we even have that conversation with them.